Hey, peace, black family. It's your man Al Jihad the God, man. Black Power, Crib Life, man. Those who know me know this, man. Man, we got the gathering of the G's, man. 2025, man. The gang Truce, man, down here in Oklahoma City, man. You know, black man is finally, man. Not I ain't gonna say finally because we done it before in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we gonna go for the gusto. We gonna try to do it again in 2025, man. You know what I mean? This is time for the black man to step into his power to start taking accountability for our actions, man, because we know for us brothers like myself and other brothers that's been doing it, that's been living this gang life for many, many years, man, we got to take accountability that we have left nothing behind for the young lives to even grasp on, because that's the reason why I feel that they out here running wild and reckless, because we just didn't leave them, you know what I'm saying? We didn't leave our brothers no type of guidance, no type of path. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, you know what I mean, was doing our thing and we got yanked off the streets and was put behind those bars for a while. So, things happen, man. But you know what I'm saying? This is right now, we're at the time of taking accountability, man, stepping into our power, man. And so this is what the whole gathering of the G's really is about. It's not about, you know what I'm saying, just chilling with our section of people, you know what I mean, far as, different hoods or whatever, just to be chilling with those separate sections, getting fucked up and drinking and stuff. You know what I mean? This is not we're not trying to come together and join on with other niggas just to do the same dumb shit. We trying to come together as a brotherhood and we trying to raise our nation, man. You know what I mean? This is not one big gathering, one big party, one big cookout. This is one big gathering of gods, man, coming together, man, up under the banner, man, of black unity, man, black love, man.
That's right.
So that's just my little introduction, man. But I like to also, man, I like to let y'all know, man, that we are talking to two strong brothers, man, from the mighty, mighty FOY
That's
down
right.
here in Oklahoma City, man. You know what I mean? My brothers, personally, my brothers, man. Brother Ibrahim, brother Joshua X, man. How y'all doing, black man?
And
Doing
doing
good, doing
fine.
doing fine, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Well, I got history with both of you brothers on two different levels. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Both of them beautiful levels, though. You know what I mean? I'm not taking away from either or. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but I think since both of y'all have met me, y'all kind of always knew that I kind of always been on this type of tip for as, revolution, you know what I'm saying, revolutionizing the Crips and Bloods. That kind of always been my thing, man. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I remember hearing that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad once said that some of God's greatest soldiers is still out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I'm not saying that I'm like trying to take it upon myself, you know what I mean, to to show that, but I will say that I believe totally in what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, because I have been around these brothers and I know, and I've been around these brothers out here as well as on the inside. You know what I mean? As far as the little brothers that's in the Berry House, detention centers and stuff like that. Bruh, I haven't came across one brother that said that he liked waking up ready to die. One brother that said he liked waking up wanting to sell dope to put money on his, to put food on his table, whatever, right? I haven't found one brother that said that. So by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad making that statement, and for what I'm actually witnessing with my own eyes, that it's time for a change, brother. If y'all remember that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan did something in 1985. Matter of fact, it was September 14th of 1985 when he did one called Power. It was the same thing as almost the basis that I'm trying to go on right now with the Gathering of the G's, because we all know that we had a Black Wall Street here in Oklahoma City, but that is gone now. You know what I mean? So by you seeing what's going on, brother Ibrahim, we'll start with you first, dear brother. Uh, by you seeing what us brothers is trying to do for the Crips and the Bloods, man. What part could the nation play in that, man? Because I know y'all been on the front line since 1930. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
this right here is something very important, man. So, what part can a nation play in this? What's going on here in Oklahoma City, sir?
Yes, sir. I want to thank you, brother, for allowing me to come on. I know, like we said earlier, me and you had a conversation yesterday, and it was a beautiful conversation. When I initially got the call from you, brother, when you were talking about, you know, putting together this movement, and really when you brought it to me, I reflected on calling men to atone for their mistakes and to pick up their responsibility. You know, I think that we're just at that time now where we have to guide the youth and ourselves in the proper direction. And the nation, our job is to be a clean glass, right? Our job is to take our stories, the things that we went through in life, the mistakes and the success that we have had, and then leave these young people with a positive blueprint on how that they can live and make life better for themselves. You know, and you all know this, brother, that whatever I do will directly or indirectly, it directly or indirectly affect you because we live amongst one another, if that makes any sense. And
Yes,
we
sir.
all suffer from those things. So if one child doesn't have a father, doesn't have a stable mother, then that child goes out into the community and interacts with others. And sometimes we haven't left the best example, brother. So I think as far as with the Nation of Islam, what we can do is to be a support for our brothers, be a support and be a good example of men that are striving to do right and be right. And I think that's something that we've always done. I think that's something that we continue to strive and do. And I think a lot that I found truth earlier in my life so that I can also use my youth and my age and my ability to relate to the young people to show them that you can still be cool, you can still be educated, you can still have talents and things like that, but you can do it on a righteous level. I think that that's the responsibility that we have in today's time is to use whatever resources that we have to prove to the people that it is possible that we can change in a positive direction. So, as it relates to this event, we're on board, we support it, and we hope that every man walks away with instructions that he can go back and make his life and his family better.
That's right.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful answer, man. Same with you, brother Joshua. By you being actually was once out here in the wilderness with us, man. You know what I mean? Old Walnut Crip, man. You know what I'm saying? And you, man, when I seen you, brother, in the suit and bow tie, man, and I was knowing you way back from the block. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Like, bro, it was a beautiful thing, man. You know what I mean? It was because like it wasn't when I was around, when we was out, far as in the wilderness together, man, like, it wasn't a lot of conscious brothers around, bro. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? So for me to see someone that was walking around with my little homies and doing all that old type shit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and now see you suit and bow tie, man. I salute
That's
you on
right.
that, black man.
And
I really
thank you,
do.
big brother. Thank you, big
So
brother.
so I know, man, that this is gonna be some really interesting for you because it's gonna be a lot of guys that you know what I mean.
Yes,
Hopefully that
sir.
will show up to show support, you know what I mean, in the unity thing, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
how do you personally feel about something like this finally happening in Oklahoma City?
Yes, sir. First and foremost, brother, it's an honor and it's a pleasure, brother, to be up on this platform, brother. And, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger, brother. And I would like to greet you, brothers, in the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
Walaikum
salam, sir.
Yes, sir. It's wherever there's dissatisfaction, it should be some change, brother. And wherever you
Mm,
don't see change, you're gonna see death. And the role that I believe that we can play in that is just showing that you can be reformed. Without having to go see one of your brothers or sisters being buried, or one of your brothers or your homeboys going to prison. Behind gun violence or drug abuse or things that is not nature, brother, because that's not our natural self, brother. And like you said, we was in that wildebeest mindset, brother. In that belly of the wildebeest, shall I say? Of corruption, man. And I was dissatisfied, brother. And me coming into the fold in the rankings of the Nation of Islam, brother, that's what made me a man because when I was out there, brother, I was neglecting my children. I was neglecting my family, and spending so much time doing it, brother. I had to re-educate myself. within the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, of the science and the mathematics of life, of which we live every day. That way I can reform myself within my diet, within my family morals, within the principalities of how I live my everyday life. And by the grace of Allah, I have a wife and a home now, instead of living in the trap, and nothing to take from my brothers or my sisters out there, but we got to do better, because we know better too. We come from a cloth of Black Panthers into Crips and Bloods in our communities. And speaking of the Crips, community revolution in progress. Well, what's the
Big
definition of
fact.
revolution? It's change. So if we ain't changing and we not progressing in our community, then here comes the death. But we not really seeing what's going on, that we really got a bigger enemy who gonna keep pushing them drugs and them guns in our communities, and keep making us be more distracted, on the red side, the blue side, and the Vatos,
Yeah,
because we are the original man and woman of the world, So that's something too. I believe that we should look at, because this has had became a cancer and dreaded down into our youth. I got children that's 15, 16 years old, and they going off of the fact of my past life of being a Crip, and glorifying that, but they don't know what came behind that. A lot of
yeah,
blood, sweat, and tears. And
yeah.
I pray to Allah that my family and my children don't have to go through that anymore. And when I see brothers, that was from the other side of the rag, when they see me out here door to door, block to block, pushing this beautiful final call and this mission that I'm on now, man, they salute me like you do, big brother, because they see the genuineness in me. I love my people now. I don't want to commit no harm and no danger to my people, because I know myself now, by the grace and mercy of Allah. But yeah, brother, I feel like, man, being that example, like the brother said earlier, being that clean glass next to that dirty glass, brother, that's a big deal. We not judging no one, because I still got that flesh, brother. I still got that little nigga in me, brother. I'm still trying to get that up out of me. But, you know, being around positivity, man, if you're not involved in anything, then how you gonna evolve into anything, brother? You
That's
got to be
deep.
around some positive people, man. Who's really genuinely want to see you grow. We are the seeds in the ground. And coming in our communities and checking other well-being, especially single mothers, man. You can only imagine what they going through, because some of us come from a single mother. And abuse and domestic abuse and drug abuse and these things, and you suffering from mental illness. We have to
If you
go ahead.
don't mind, brother, not to cut you off, sir.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
but like that was one of the things that kind of irritate me, man. Like, as far as on just a lot of the movements that's going on, man, is that it, like, we know the problem now, bro. Like,
That's right.
bottom line, we know the problem. Like, right now, we are in the age of what they say, the age of Aquarius, the age of information. Meaning, being a dumb nigga right now is a choice, dude. You know
Man.
what I mean? If you
Yes,
could
sir.
pick up this phone and Google whatever, or go on Facebook, Instagram, then dude, like we literally have no excuse no more. So
Yeah.
my only thing is that when it comes to what even kind of led me to push towards this is
Yes, sir.
because it's been a lot of talking, but it's doing no action, bro. Like
That's right.
like for instance, like when they be having like some of these rallies, like the Martin Luther King thing and stuff like that, I stopped going to it, bro. And the
Yes.
reason why I stopped going to it, because you'll look up, you'll count 100 to 200, probably even 300 dudes, and like, soon as the thing is over with, everybody just go back home. Nobody
Yeah.
took up a collection about no buildings.
Yeah.
Nobody took up, no, I mean, to get no land. It was just a gang of talking, man.
That's
So,
right.
that's one thing that really got to me. I'm speaking fast, and I should know better, because I actually they used to get on me when I was in the nation. Used to get on me about talking too fast and stuttering. So I got
Yes,
to
sir.
slow down. Well, I
Go
get
ahead.
everything bottled up, and I'll be trying to get it all out.
That's
But
right. You
only
fired
thing I'm
up, brother.
saying, bro, is that when you got people like the Nation of Islam, you got the Israelites, you got people with ancient Kemetic studies, the Yoruba teachings, you got all these different. This is how you're supposed to do it organizations, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yet, how is we still behind on the financials, man?
Yes,
How is
sir.
we still behind on that? Why is it like like we can go get good tapes, well not tapes, but good books and look at good videos and stuff like that, but yet we still not applying that shit, man.
Yes, sir. And I can, give you a slight glimpse on that too, brother. Financial literacy, Aki. We fall short for financial literacy because we really not seeking that information. We like material things. We want to go get the nicest car and the biggest chain, brother. And then we also know even the economics. All that money we didn't spend on cars and jewelry, brother, we could have been buying homes.
But
You
why
know,
not? But what about the organizations that's already up and going? Why haven't they even put differences to the side to come
yes, sir.
together up under one united front?
Yes, sir. It's called religious gang banging, brother. And
What
and
what you think, brother Jallo?
Well, brother, whenever I look at these topics, man, I
Not to cut
always.
you off, brother Joshua. I'm sorry,
no, no,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
No,
Yeah, no
sir.
problem. I always whenever I think about our people, brother, and whenever I think about progress or what progress is, I always try to put myself in the spirit and the mind of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And one thing I know that the minister always does is he's always quick to try to understand our people. Uh, we've lost all knowledge of ourselves, and that's why it's so important for those of us that have knowledge that if we're going to be teachers, when we go out amongst ourselves, when we go out amongst the people, we have to be unalike. They
Mm,
have to see something in us that's opposite of what they're doing. So there's some things that we have to refrain from doing, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
We become teachers to a degree. And as far as with our organizations and as far as in with, some of the things that we could do better, I think all of us are in the classroom of trying to fine tune what was handed down to us. A lot of us were taught work on a job, 40 years,
mm,
retire, right? Now you seeing us taking more of a different approach. A lot of us are re-educating ourselves into what we need to be in the current time, straight down to the modern time. So a lot of our organizations may need to reassess how they're going to service the people. But I won't move to say that they don't have good intentions. I may move to say that some of the methods and some of the tactics that we've used in the past, you can't use that today. The even the teachers teach us that you can't speak baby language.
mm.
You have to speak the language of the people, even those of us that are coming with knowledge. You have to be able to convey that knowledge to your people in a way that they can palate it. The goal is not to wow people with information that we have. The goal is to be able to assess what's the best way and what's the best approach to get this knowledge and wisdom to our people so that they can civilize themselves. And that's why even when you think about brothers that are a part of the street cultures, right?
Yes, sir.
No man signs up to want to suffer.
Come on.
It's
Facts.
something, you see what I'm saying? No man wakes up every day, like you said, and say, what is the best way I can ruin my life?
That's right.
Facts.
It's a lot of times, brother, we don't have a full scope and a full view on things. And I think those of us who are assigned to be teachers, we try to be patient with our people and find the best ways and the best solutions to help them. Like what we're doing right now. We're not telling brothers to abandon a brotherhood that you are a part of, that you've grown and have camaraderie with. What we're saying is we got to take a good assessment on what we can keep and what we need to change.
Facts.
Does that
Yes, sir.
make
Facts.
sense? We gotta take a
Hell
good
yeah.
assessment and say,
Yeah.
listen, brothers, we know that blood has been shed on both sides, right? We understand that there's conflict between us, but what does this do to our mothers?
That's right.
What does this do to our children? What does this do to our community? And lo and behold, many of us don't even know. A lot of us are related, but we don't even know it.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So I think that when I'm looking at this, brother, and I'm really assessing it, I settle on the best part. I think we are making progress, even if it's small progress, right? We don't see a lot of the slaughter like we used to see back in the day. We see a lot of our people, they say every generation self-corrects, right? So you do see a lot of us, and you all are examples as well. I'm pretty sure at some point, Johnny, nobody thought that you would be a person to say that I'm gonna go to the other side and I want us to atone for our mistakes and be men now. I want us to do that.
Yes,
Somebody
sir.
seeing you back in the day would say that Nah, I'm not going for that. But so it's an honor to see that you're saying, listen, brothers, we're not going to allow our children to suffer from the misfortunes that we may have caused, or some of the things that we may have abandoned when we were in our jahiliyyah, when we were in our state of ignorance. You know,
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
a lot of people can say, well, what is the nation doing? The nation is moving, but the minister taught us this also, beloved. Self improvement is the basis of community development.
That's right.
If
Mm.
every person comes to this event, or rather they don't come, if they take the principles or they take the initiative that we're trying to make, and they go home and say that I'm going to clean my act up, I'm going to do right by myself, my children, and those who I come in contact with, I'm going to be safe for my own community. If we do that, we will see change. And sometimes I've made the misfortune to say I want to see everything happen at one time. And it don't always work like that, because some of us got more muck to pull off our minds and off our heart than others. Does that
Right.
make any sense?
Yes,
You
sir.
see,
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely.
if I was a person out and causing havoc in my community, I may have a little bit more zeal than somebody that haven't made as many mistakes as I've made. You know, so I just try to be patient with our people, bro. I try to love them more than they hate themselves, and try to understand and then apply the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, as taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and have the same level of patience, you know, that the minister have with us, with our people, if that makes any sense.
Yes, sir.
You definitely got to tilt your hat. You have to tilt your hat, man, to people for us when it comes to our elders and ancestors, man, that put their life on the line for people that actually that literally did not want to be saved. Like
Yeah.
will literally fight you teeth and bone, man, to like get like I'm cool with being in the matrix, man. And
Yeah.
when it comes to people like the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, man, I done heard stories that when I was in the nation, man, I was actually heard stories about some brothers used to get spit on and all type, you know what I mean, all type of stuff, man. But y'all kept it pushing, man. You know what I mean? The nation kept it pushing. So we can never take nothing away. We got to just keep it all the way 100, just like I told a brother before. Like, dude, that whole black unity, black power, all that movement came from the Nation of Islam. All
Yes.
that. It wasn't nobody back down there talking about no black man is God to Master Farad Muhammad came here.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
even all the way down to the simple Crimson Bloods, bro, all that frames all the way back. The militancy of it goes all the way back to the Nation of Islam, man.
Yes, sir. And
It just
that's
got
what the enemy afraid of, brother John. Not to cut your wisdom, Marquis.
yes, sir.
That's what the enemy is afraid of, brother. Because the Crips and the Bloods, man, that's the military itself, bro. And if that military stands strong and come back to their original form, brother, come on, man. That's more dangerous than atomic bomb, brother. They don't want to see that. But we, as brothers that know we come from that cloth and this culture, we know where that stand, how far it can go. And that'll be a beautiful thing to see our communities back cleaned up. Black back rocking and rolling how it's supposed to be. Because it should be a safe place for our children to get off the school bus and knowing they're gonna make it home safely. Our
Mm,
grandmothers and our mothers going to the grocery store and I ain't got to worry about anything. And just going to sleep and waking up the next day, is a blessing to be on the other side of the dirt, but to be able to do some service to our community.
yes.
Unity is the key right now. I love to get out here and be amongst our brothers that are that is in that culture, Crips and Bloods. Man, let me come over and do some community service with you, brother. Y'all got a barbecue or something? Let's play some dominoes, man. Let me sit down and talk to you because at the end of the day, brother, we both black and the enemy will kill us both.
Yeah.
And I
Facts.
and it's love, bro. My love for you is what I want for myself, and I'm proving it by my actions, bro. By putting my life on the line because adversity builds character, humility also too. And being a blood and crip, you've been through both. And when you look at it, we are those young Jesuses, brother. We are those young Moseses. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for us to stand up. Stand up for our people, man. People say, man, I want some peace, man. I'm standing on business. Well, you got to fight for that. And it ain't got to be physically, it's your mental, bro.
Hmm.
And right now we're more emotional than we are logical. You know what I mean? All these murders going
Facts.
on with the youth. It's 10 children that ain't got killed, brother, within this time period in the summertime. And these 10 children, was from the age 21 and 14 and 15 years old. That's crazy. Why? Because my age area and younger, I'm responsible for, so I feel some type of way about that. What am I not doing to apply myself more than what I need to be doing to try to make a change out here? This is what the minister Farrakhan said. This is that Joshua's generation, brother, the rebellious
But
ones.
I would have to say though, dear brother, like I ain't gonna lie, I literally like damn near condemn black man on this when it comes to this, bro. Like we are the reason why our babies are getting slaughtered out here, bro.
Come
We
on.
are the reasons why our babies are still going to these bullshit ass schools. We are the reason why we don't got no hospitals. We are the reason why we ain't got our own school. Dude, we are able-bodied dudes, man. Standing up, walking, talking, got all your senses.
That's right.
But the only thing we do, we literally rather, just like Brother Neri Muhammad always say, that we spend 97% of our dollars about the people who we complain 95% of the time about.
Come on.
Yeah. So it's
That
like
part.
right now, it's like, man, it's like there's no more talking like right now. That's where basically where I'm at with it, bro.
Yes,
All
sir.
this talking, it's time for us to do action, man. It's time for us, if we're going to do it, it's time for Negroes to reach into their pockets and to go buy this land, to go buy these community centers. But it's too much. It's too much talking. And
Yes, sir.
then the cold part about it, though, man, like it's like what I think they said it's like roughly 90,000 blacks here in Oklahoma City, bro.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
out of 90 blacks, let's say half of that is black males, bro.
That's right.
Let's say 30,000 of that is over 18, bro. Come
Mm.
on, man. If
Yes, sir.
30,000 able-bodied black men was to put up $100 bill, bro.
Mm.
One.
That's right.
That's $300,000, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this,
That's
So
brother
fact.
Johnny. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom. Go ahead, beloved.
no, go ahead, sir.
The brother regional minister Abdul Halim said every financial and every physical and every mental problem is connected to a spiritual problem.
Mm.
You know, uh, brother Neely Fuller said it's not just about coming together. He said you can come together in the desert and starve to death. It's about taking
Mm,
accountability and taking action. So what that means is, and I can't harp on it enough, brother, is every man, every woman has to take the self accountability. We have to be more conscious of the self accusing spirit.
That's right.
Because look, if I get myself together, right, and I raise my children, then my children are going to interact righteously with other children, right? My wife is going to interact righteously with other women. I think sometimes I've overlooked how the power of taking care of home and how that spreads abroad when you're dealing with the community. And yeah, we're going to have to pull our tools and fuse, but really we're going to have to accept our divine assignment.
That's right.
The money, the land, all of that stuff will only be gathered and acquired for a small amount of time if you're not aware of your divine assignment
That's right.
and how that connects to God. Because now when you get God in the picture, then I can remove you being my enemy from myself. I know that we're both fighting because we're both were manipulated by a system that put that there ahead of us before we were even born.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So now that I understand, now that I've studied enough and I'm studying and I'm learning, when I see my people, these are not these people, my people are not my enemies.
That's right.
They got the same level of responsibility that I have, but guess what they also have? They have the same importance to God that I have as well. That's why he said that some of my best followers are in the street. Now, what does that mean though? To me, what that means is put on your best suit, black man.
That's right.
Get out there amongst your people, learn them and help them. Because we're taught that they only reject you because they don't know you.
That's right.
Our people are yearning for truth. One thing I heard a minister say is the reason that the prisons and the streets are the best way to teach is because these people are already in a position where they know they want more for themselves.
Mm,
They know they want more for themselves.
that's
You
right.
see what I'm saying? And I don't try to assume. Yeah, some of us, they feel like I'm this and I'm this for life, and I'm gonna go out like this, and that's fine. That's fine, brother. If you feel that way, but I believe that the truth of God can penetrate a man's heart.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because some of us thought we wouldn't change, but look at us now.
Mm,
What we're learning is not just for us; it's for our people. But yes, brothers in Oklahoma City and abroad, we have to pull our resources. We have to start now thinking more logically about what our future look like, and we can't be flies on the wall while somebody else determine what our future looks like.
that's right.
Thank you.
So the
That's what I'm
black
talking
man
about.
now, so we ain't got time to be sitting in parks and drinking and smoking all day, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
We need to
Yeah.
Facts.
go home, go to the drawing board, and say, how can I make where I look? Because the hood look the way that it is because we haven't assumed our responsibilities, brothers.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So now we gotta ask ourselves, we can beat up the men, right? We can get on to them, but we also gotta encourage them because we know what they deal with: the mental health, the depression, the scarcity of employment, the health difficulties, the breaking addiction, the broken homes. We know the amount of pressure that is on us as well. So
You right.
as we look to give our brothers a stern reminder, we also want to let them know that my phone is always available for you to call me to give you encouragement and guidance, brother.
That's
You
right.
right. You right. You right. You right. You right. You right.
Now that's just I'm trying to keep myself in the mindset of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He's never went to the rostrum and say the H word with all you Negroes. I'm done.
You right.
He
You
say,
right.
learn your people,
You right.
find the best way to get to them, plant a seed, and trust Allah. Because what we seeing now that's happening, brother, the awakening or the gathering of the gods, this is right in divine timing, brother. This is right on
Right.
time.
Right.
Whether we do something or not, God already then put it in motion that the black man is going to be free.
That's right.
Now, what we gotta ask ourselves is, how much am I gonna play a part in that I know that's gonna happen anyway? So those of us that represent different religious communities and things like that, we want to have a sense of pride and all of that. But some of us gotta chill out.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying?
yes,
I
sir.
don't want to become such a zealot for what I believe that I down another man or I condemn another man because we don't walk and talk and look the same.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We have
Yeah.
to learn, and that's why the minister teaches us to be patient with our people. Because, brother, the condition that we are in is the reason God had to come.
That's right.
And yes, it's hard, but the hardest part is staying clean. This ain't no magic when it comes to us that we seen a Quran or heard a lecture and we didn't have to struggle with the human nature, brother.
Come on, brother. Talk, man. Teach.
We got wobbles. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yes,
But
sir.
our prayer keeps us in a constant state of our prayers keep allowing our mind, and our prayers keep us mindful of our faults. And so we're just more self corrected because we're always we put ourselves before our Lord 5 times a day. We're not just praying when the woes of life get on us.
That's
You see
right.
what I'm saying? And so again, I won't change just as much as the next man, but I'm also conscious enough to know that we believe in the seen and the unseen. And the unseen is when things are happening and we don't see it happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody didn't post it, but they went home and loved that sister better.
That's right.
Mm.
Somebody got a word and they went home and said, you know what, I'm gonna start spending more time with my children. I'm gonna correct my finances. I'm gonna get rid of the weapons out of my home. I'm gonna do things to make myself safe for my people. That's one thing I can say, brother. I'm proud that I can say that I'm safe to be around.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? I try to walk with I try to bring peace around. There's no, we fight with those that fight with us, but I'm safe to be around. I'm safe for men to be around with their children. I'm safe to be around in my community. So I didn't want to be long winded on that point. So I agree with
No,
you,
I
brother
feel
Johnny.
you. No, no,
We do
man.
gotta step up as brothers, you know. And but
Right.
guess what, brother Johnny? That same level of enthusiasm that you speaking and that fire that you got, brother. I take that in my heart. I put that clean suit on and that bow tie, and I go spend time in the Prince Hall projects.
Yeah.
I, I go dedicate my time to brothers who the society said you'll never walk out of this door unless you're dead.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir.
And I feed that fire in them. But I remember, bro, just because we men, you know, we still need somebody to care, bro.
Yes, sir.
We still need somebody to tell us that, because a lot of us don't have the self-esteem, or we don't have the self-assurance that we need to accomplish all of our goals. But if we speak life into one another, we can grow it.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And so I'm passionate too, bro. And yes, black men, we gotta step up. Either you're gonna have to step up or get out the way. And that's even for those of us that feel like we not gonna change. No, it's up and it's stuck, then brother, then that's gonna become a problem because ain't nothing stuck.
Yeah, yeah,
That's not gonna happen. And I'm warning us to not do that. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I say God gotta be in the middle of it all, brother, because only He will soften the heart enough for us to wipe away the sins from one another, that our dissatisfaction sometimes is justified. You feel me? But I
I
think
feel
that if
you.
we keep God first, that it can happen. And I
Yeah.
don't want to. I don't want to speak of no unity without recognizing that this is not just something that we want, but this is something that Allah wants for us as well.
Yes, sir.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And
Good
I,
teaching,
I
brother.
I I do believe that wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that that people even responded back, kind of gave me the impression that I wasn't by myself in how I was thinking.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? And for the
Can y'all hear me,
fact that
brothers?
Yeah, we got you, Aki.
yes, sir,
Yes, sir.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Man,
And,
brother, that was
and
beautiful. Very powerful, okay?
Yeah.
Very
oh yeah,
powerful,
yeah, yeah,
brother.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And,
bro, yeah,
and,
bro,
and
brother,
brother,
brother, drop some
brother
jewels, man.
Jihad, brother, you are a very big, inspiration, brother, a mentor, a big brother, a guy, man, a very good brother out here, for those who come from that cloth and these different religions. And that's one thing too, man. Religion divides, spirituality unites, brother. We got to stop the religious gang banging. We
Yes,
all
sir.
suffer from the same conditions, man. When you look around at that, our representative, anything that is of God in a righteous manner. And
Yes,
us
sir.
getting out here in these communities, brother, and being that example, man, and putting our boots to the ground, yes, sir. Because like you said, brother, all that talking is for the birds. We have to learn how to invest in ourselves, invest into our families and one another without being scared of thinking that dollar gonna go somewhere else. Because when you look at these other ethnics and these other organizations, they dollar stay in a circle, brother, and it don't leave a circle. So I get
Yeah,
exactly what you're saying. That's the financial literacy. That's the economic blueprint, brother. We got to get down to the bottom of that, invest in land because we want to eat good. I heard Dr. Dick Gregory when he was explaining about, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad on how he reformed the black man and black woman is by their diet. We going to these grocery stores with all this messed up food, fruits and vegetables should be free, and that's something that we should be planting and coming out the earth on and making sure everything is getting done right. The halal way, the clean way, and start striving more to fasting, brothers and sisters, out here in this world, because that way we can get a little bit more clarity on what we doing. We eating all these different foods with these different hormones, and it got us acting out of our lower desires. And we trying to find power in guns and drugs and abusing our women and accusing the situation instead of looking in the mirror and taking accountability, like the brother said, of ourselves. Everything
yes, sir.
start with self. How can I say I love you, brother Jihad, and I don't love myself, brother
Big
Jalo?
fact.
You know, and I gotta excuse my language. I gotta be a damn fool. But what we seeing, brothers, what you would call insanity. Same thing, expecting a different result. But right now on this movement, starting Saturday, in the will of God, we got everyone there, the youth, from our women to our elderly, to bear witness to this. Get a glimpse of heaven, brother. Like the Million Man March. I step on your shoes, excuse me, brother. With the utmost respect. You know, it's all love, brother. And you know, like I said, wherever you see change, man, you're gonna see some satisfaction. And wherever you don't see change, you're gonna see death, brother. I'm willing to put my life on the line, brother, to get out here with my brothers to make this change, man. If they willing to do the same.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah, man. Hey, brother, y'all, man, y'all both came on here and dropped some heavy jewels, man. And like I said, I'm not gonna have y'all on here all day, man, and whatnot, man, because you know we can keep on going. Hell, me and Jalo, hell, we went damn near an hour last night. You know what I'm saying? But it was a very beautiful conversation, man. Brother Joshua, man, but just by hearing you just speak how you speaking right now, bro, just got me like, wow, you know what I mean? Like it
Yes,
went
sir.
from seeing brother Josh from the block talking about what up with the low, what up with the cub, you know what I'm saying? To how you speak it now, man. All praises be to Allah, man. Definitely, man, for that, man. You know, all praise due to Allah, man, for that, man. But hey, man, September 6th, man, gathering other G's, man. Uh, and oh yeah, if anybody wanted to come get any information from the nation, they want to learn more about the nation, man. Where can they reach y'all at? Where, what addresses? You know, how can they get in touch with y'all?
Yeah, they can follow me on Instagram. On I am underscore Jalo. You can
Your
look
phone
up
breaking up,
on.
bro.
Okay, yes, sir. Can you all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Mm,
It's a little staticky, Yaki.
Okay, well, I tell you, brother Johnny, I'll put that information on your page, brother. If the audio's messing up, I want to make sure that I get that information out sound all right.
got you, got you,
Yes,
got you,
sir.
got you, got you.
Yes, sir. If y'all can hear me, brothers and sisters, you can find me on TikTok, brother. I really don't fool around too much on the social media as Mr. Joshua X. You know, my email is Lee, LeeWillams 131 at gmail.com. I also have various different things going on for us business wise and promoting our supreme bean pies, and I got good pickles too, so I'm on a health journey also. Let's work out together, let's build together, and we also invite those who would love to come sit down with us in our Oklahoma City study group, and come to our bakery, the Shabazz Bakery. Come get you a good meal, you and your wife and family and children. And thank you, beloved, for having us, brother Shabazz. Thank you, brother.
Man, thank you, dear brother. Thank you, man. Brother Joshua, brother Ibrahim, man. Hey, brother, I'll be seeing y'all brothers this Saturday, man. 6 o'clock, inshallah, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. But hey, man, this your man Al Jihad the God, man. Black Power Crip Life, man. Those who know me know this, man. We got the mighty FOY on here, man, giving us a word or two, man. September 6th, man, gathering of the G's, man. And the G don't stand for gangsters, man. You know what I'm saying? Gathering of the G's, man. I'm
That's
gonna
right.
let y'all, I'm gonna let y'all figure out what the G stands for. You know what I mean? But anyway, man,
Yes, sir.
this your man and hey man, I'll see y'all, man. I'll get at y'all later, man.
Yes,
Black
sir.
Power Crip Life, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Sean, brother.